Hey everybody, guess what? I have my scooter lined up for paint. Got the brand new frame, scuffed up all the primer on it, and all the other parts I'm going to paint. It's an original 1970s Vespa Rally Orange. So I'm kind of excited to get it all painted, do my own custom color on the Sprint I'm building, and I have some other little custom parts I'm going to paint as well. I'll show you guys. Have a brand new factory Piaggio frame. You can order these complete frames for a scooter such as mine that was in a pretty major accident. You know, it's not worth the effort of doing the body work. Believe it or not, this frame is under $1,000 is what it costs for this frame. There's some freight charge because it's an oversized part, but I couldn't pay my body guy $1,000 to do all the body work to my previous frame that had substantial front end damage. So I started with a fresh frame. The downside is it doesn't have the VIN plate on it. You could get the CHP will issue a new VIN if I have the records. You know, the California Highway Patrol, they'll issue a new VIN. You know, I have the records of the old frame and the engine number matches. I have the federal label, all that stuff that goes with this scooter. So not really an issue when you're doing a frame swap. Have the whole frame. This is the factory primer coat on it and scuffed the whole entire frame up. So it's ready to go. There's going to be a couple areas that need some spot filler that my body guy, Aaron, he's going to take care of. I have the top case, and I have all these other parts ready to go. A lot of them are the original yellow parts that were still in good shape. There's a couple fresh plastic parts that are going to get a primer coat prior to paint. They were heavily damaged and I just discarded the original parts. You can see I have some holes marked to be filled, you know, for the original US market turn signals. I have the primer parts, and there's two little extra pieces I'm going to paint orange in addition to this, all the stock, you know, factory painted parts on this scooter. This is the speedometer bezel. It's pretty easy to remove on these scooters. You can see the sanding marks. I sanded out the Vespa because I'm going to put a little emblem in there. And that's going to be painted orange, so it's going to match the body color. Kind of like, you know, cars from the 50s and 60s where they painted the dashboard the same color as the exterior of the car. It's kind of give it a little custom touch. As with all my metal parts, they're all going to be powder coated a flat titanium gray color, the accent against the orange. I figured I'll make this pop. Instead of having chrome on it, I'm going to paint that orange. So there's going to be a little orange center cap right over where the clutch goes. On my scooter, I don't plan on having too much chrome, or pretty much there's going to be no exposed chrome. Much like the Vespas from the 70s. You know, I'm painting a 70s Vespa orange color. Just want to do something other than the chrome. So I'm going to paint all these parts a titanium satin gray. You know, this is the belt cover, one part of the belt cover that's in the front. It's kind of a little sun faded. I thought I'll just shoot it. You got the covers on the front of the switchgear and lever perches. I have my highly customized switchgear that are going to have push buttons in them instead of the stock rocker switches. You can see I've kind of done some work to them to install those switches, and pretty much all the little chrome bits all going to be painted pretty much the titanium gray with a satin flat clear coat. The last part I'm going to have my buddy Aaron paint. He's going to tint these amber so they're going to look like a vintage style turn signal. I think it will give it kind of a different look, especially should work pretty good against the orange.